before I get all up in your
remember, because I don't remember. I remember every bit of this.
The other dude's holding on the phone line. Your voice will be heard, sir.
Next caller, please.
Derek's gonna get him.
Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Listeners are asking questions about this week's games, not Jerry's personal beef. So what's your thought? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fantasy Sports and Politics. It's me, Smeeze, with FSP, doing what I do because I do it for you when I can do what I do. With me today, making the sourpuss face. I don't know why he's looking like that, but he's trying to read something. I guess you got new glasses or something?
No, same glasses.
Okay, just like you can't see that. You're like, like Red Fox in what's that movie, Sugar Hill, or what's that movie, Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor and them? Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights. They look like Richard, looking like Red Fox.
Well, I'm he was a little up in age, so am I. So what can I tell you?
You tell me a lot.
I'm not afraid of my age. I'm not
I
ashamed.
didn't say you were afraid of your age, old man. I never said
you
were afraid of it.
Every show you point out how old I am. You don't have to remind people or me how old I am.
I don't intend to.
Yeah, yes, you do. But that's okay. That's all right.
Well, my friend,
Oh, my heart. What'd you just say?
I slipped up. I really slipped up. That's what happened. I slipped up.
That's a Freudian slip?
It was. It definitely was. Y'all know what it is. That was a Freudian slip.
I got a hell of a kick out of that one.
I see. Dang. I done closed the man.
Would you close? What are you talking about?
The room, the draft room.
Why?
I didn't intend to close it, bro.
Okay.
Did you take the email? Did you accept the invite to join?
I'm in the mock draft simulator right now.
Okay. I got to get back in there because when I refreshed it, it went away. I'm like, why'd it go away? But I'll jump in there right now. All right. Where's the room? It didn't take me to the room.
What room? What I have is select your team solo mock draft. That's what I have.
I know, but it shouldn't be a solo mock draft.
Oh, well, that's what I have. I don't know what you. That's what
I know. I created a room, and I sent that link.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do this one more time.
I don't think it's going to work, man, because I don't know what you did or how you did it, but the only thing I got was I'm in this solo draft.
All right. It should have gone. Did you select a team?
Oh, here it is. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Jesus. Hold on. I can see it only takes a certain amount of characters. What's the password?
I told you it's you.
I don't understand what that means.
Your first name, dude.
Thank you.
See, I had a Freudian slip. I'm about to take it back. I really am.
Okay.
This dude. There he is. All right. So I guess I'll be the first one now. I don't want to pick a team though. I want to be every team. I want us to go through every team. So we're probably going to back out of this because I thought we could.
No, it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like. It looked like you have to pick a team.
Yeah, pick one team and be that one team.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. We're just going to go by.
Wing it.
Yeah, we're just going to wing it and pull up the draft. Not draft class, but the draft lineup, so to speak.
Okay.
And
I have the line. I have the lineup in front of me. So.
All right, so we'll definitely go that way.
Okay.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, news of the week in the NFL is got 12 days or 11 days before the draft, right? Shedeur Sanders is slated to go anywhere between 2 and 26. It's hell of a fall. Derek Carr has been rumored or reported to not be able to go this season with a shoulder injury. That changes things. What's up, Brody? Hopefully you're coming home soon. Hopefully. But does that change the mathematics, the chemistry of who needs a quarterback now? Now, New Orleans doesn't have a lot of capital to move up and down the draft. They don't. So this first round pick is like, okay, if Derek Carr is not going to be your quarterback and Kellen Moore is your head coach / offensive coordinator, and Shedeur is, if he's not picked, oh, you've been home for 3 months now? All right, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I'm glad you're back. I'm very glad that you're back, and I'm very happy you're blessed. Always, brother, always. I might find room for you in the league if this old guy who's a returning champion, gets on my nerves and I just kick him out. But he has to defend his title, so he won't defend it.
Let me tell you something. I can't remember the last time, if any. Oh, I can remember when I was, I think 2 or 3 years ago, somebody went back to back. Guess what? I'm going back to back. Back to back.
You mean you're a big back eating all that food?
No. I lost 30 pounds, man. I'm a lot slimmer and I can trigger. My trigger is quicker too. Trust me, brother. Trust me.
Okay, that's probably why you're so angry now. You need therapy. But
I'm smiling. I am not an angry person. Trust me.
Okay, well, Deshaun Watson said that y'all keep doubting him. He's going to do it. But let me get back to what I was saying, and it ties into Deshaun as well.
Go ahead.
If Shedeur does not go to Cleveland at 2 or the Giants at 3, I'm thinking he'll go to the Raiders, but they just gave Geno Smith a 3-year extension.
He ain't going to the Raiders.
Well, and then the next likely place is New Orleans. Now, in my opinion, that would not be the best coach for him.
Oh, I totally disagree, but go ahead.
The offensive line is what he's used to. Terrible. But he'd have Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, who's aging, the Swiss Army knife, and you have a few other options. But that is wild that literally they're saying, and I agree with Dion, I agree with Shedeur. The only reason why this kid is slipping is because of his last name. That's the only reason why he's slipping. Are you trying to pound something, beat something? I don't know what that is.
Pat the football. Come on, man.
Oh, patting the football. Yeah, the comment by the one DB saying, keep patting that football, we're going to pick it. You know, I get that, but that can be taught not to do that. And he has been a very good student of the game. Um, so we'll see. But that's the talk. Derek Carr's injury, and Brody says he's going to go to the Saints. I think that happens too if he doesn't get picked, because I honestly think Shadur Sanders is going to fall. Travis Hunter is going to go before him. I would not be surprised. Wait a minute. I would not be surprised if Travis Hunter goes number one. I'm not. I would not be surprised because Tennessee values that. They value that defense. I know Callahan isn't Vrabel, but I can see that. I can really see that. I don't see him going to Cleveland. I can see him going to the Giants, obviously. But Mike Vrabel said something interesting. He would love to have Travis. Have him opposite of Christian? That is crazy. Ooh, I love that. But we're talking about the quarterbacks. Shadur falls, Travis goes. Apparently, Cam Ward is going to go number one because Tennessee has Tennessee and Shadur have said they're canceling their meeting and tryout, workout, whatever it is. So it is what it is. But this Abdul Carter, he might be the number one athlete, but I don't think he's going to be the number one player anymore. After what I heard the other day by a couple of actual GMs, this isn't me making it up. This is one GM relaying what two other GMs said about Carter. He is afraid of contact and is a pure pass rusher. He does not set the edge. He does not attack the run. And at his size, I don't know. I don't have the first pick in our mock draft today. I'm sowing doubt into Mr. Taylor, maybe, unless he's already decided who he's going to pick number one overall. He might have. But I like Shadur Sanders number one overall. That's just me. I know he's not going to be number one overall due to what just transpired this week between him and the Titans. But craziness, pure craziness, Mr. Taylor.
I hold up three fingers because we talked about last week with Shadur Sanders, and the two things I set out, I was mistaken. There's three of them that I'm talking about. The three A's, just like AAA. Three A's: accuracy, anticipation, and my third one, which I should have said, but I realized I after the show, attitude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Accuracy, anticipation, and attitude. This kid has been questioned throughout his football quarterback career. Questioned. And at every level, high school, HBCU, and the past 2 years at Colorado, he has excelled in each level that he's been in.
Yes.
So what I'm saying, he has the accuracy, he has the anticipation, and he has the attitude to deal with the type of pressure that comes from being Deion Sanders' son. That's what I got to say. Anyway, whenever you're ready to start this draft, I am ready.
I'm ready. So,
okay.
What we'll do is, since we got Brody in the chat room, appreciate you again, Brody, for being here. We just gonna Do it like this. Din, 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 din. I don't have my sound. Let me see if I got my sounds. I know I had a sound before, but I don't think I got the sound anymore. I don't think I have it.
You don't have the sound to say the pick is in.
Yeah, I don't think I have it anymore.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, you got it on your phone, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, with that being the case,
If you want me to put it on there, I can try to get it.
nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NFL / Fantasy Sports and Politics 2025 Draft. The Tennessee Titans and Jerry Taylor are on the clock. Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
do you have your pick? Do you want to say anything? Are you what are we doing, Mr. Taylor?
The pick is in.
The pick is in. What's up, Beef? What's up, Beef?
And with the first pick in the NFL 2025 draft, the Tennessee Titans take and Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami.
All right. Boo!
Yeah, I know.
Boo!
That's all right. The Titans, their needs are quarterback, edge, wide receiver, linebacker, and safety. And they had probably had the choice or made the choice for themselves that they want to take the quarterback instead of Abdul Carter, edge rusher, or Travis Hunter, the wide receiver. Being that their biggest need is at the quarterback position because they are not too confident in Will Levis.
All right. I don't like the Ward pick. That's just me. He has too many sloppy mechanics, in my opinion, with a shaky offensive line. But that's obviously what's going to happen. I believe that's what's going to happen. So I think you made the pick they're going to make. Yes.
My question is this, okay? And I think it's a legitimate question, and I haven't heard anybody bring this up. So what I'm going to ask you is this: is Cam Ward at the top of his potential compared to Shadir Sanders?
Are you asking, has he peaked?
Has he peaked? That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's a very good question. I like that question. And you know what? We are insightful here. And has Cam Ward peaked with his physical abilities? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I think Cam Ward has peaked because his physical ability has not changed. His mechanics have not changed. His demeanor as a quarterback, not as a person, but as a quarterback, has not changed. I believe that Cam Ward can be coached, but Cam Ward is at the level that he's going to stay at. Okay. I don't see him getting any better in the NFL. I do not. And the fact that Joe Milton, who was a 6th round draft pick last year, happened to be the best move at quarterback thus far in the NFL tells you what Cam Ward is, in my opinion. Beef says, my boy Derek Carr says he would pick Travis Hunter, and if I'm not going to keep him, I'm going to use him as a trading bargain. Now, brother, I'm going to tell you this, Beef, Derek Carr. Me and Derek Carr had a great conversation the other night. He's starting a podcast with some folks we used to have on the show. I'm not going to spoil it for him. I'm going to let him put it out there when he's ready. But I will definitely be supporting it when it comes out. But if you draft Travis Hunter, you're not trading Travis Hunter.
Exactly.
You are not trading Travis Hunter.
No way.
Unless it's at a contract dispute where you just can't meet his demands. but you draft and keep Travis Hunter because he is a Deion Sanders clone. Might be even better than Deion. Now, I understand where you're coming from with it because Travis Hunter gives you more bargaining chips. He allows you to do more things if you can trade him, right? Get more draft picks. I got it. But no, if you draft Travis Hunter, he's your cornerstone. And yes, it has been done. It has been done, Beef. I agree, it has been done, but not with Travis Hunter. So, with that being said, ding, 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 the pick is in. Oh, you got it? You got the music for me? Hit my music. Okay. Technology challenged Mr. Taylor yet again. All right. The Cleveland Browns select with the second overall pick. Even though Mr. Haslam has said they're ready to move on from Deshaun. They go defense. And they select to go opposite of Myles Garrett from Penn State, Abdul Carter.
Oh wow! You really?
Yes.
Oh my! That I don't agree with that, but that's okay.
Okay, so why don't you agree with it?
I don't agree with it because they just got a veteran quarterback. They just got a veteran quarterback that likes to distribute the ball and can get the ball to a receiver like Travis Hunter. To pick Abdul Carter to be on the other side of Myles Garrett, they already have a good defense. They already have a pass rush. This is just a duplication when they need help on the offense. And wait a minute, and this player can play both ways. So you can put him in the offense and play and spot him or play him on the defense, which would improve, even though they have very good DBs, which would improve the DB room in the defense. Oh, this is a passing.
No, listen, Jerry. I totally agree with your assessment. Unfortunately, Cleveland is in a situation where Myles Garrett did an extension, yes. But Myles Garrett has been getting nicked up the last couple years, right? And just listen to me. If people aren't sold on Shador, which is stupid to me, why they're not sold on Shador, the next best available quarterback, in my opinion, is Jackson Dart out of Mississippi State. And he's not a first rounder, in my opinion. I would say this, Jackson Dart is the better version of Cam Ward. Even though Cam Ward's going number one, okay, Jackson Dart makes better decisions from the pocket than Cam Ward does.
Okay.
But Jackson Dart got that gunslinger mentality, man. He's going to do the same thing. Grind the ball in there wherever he can. But the difference, and you asked a very poignant question earlier, has Cam Ward, peaked? And I'm saying yes. Jackson Dart has not peaked yet. I think Jackson Dart with the right coach is a monster.
That's what I've always said, and you heard me say it plenty of times. It's where you go.
Yes.
It's where you go. What type of coach do you have that can bring the best out of your needs, or what type of coaching staff that can bring the best out of your talents? For a quarterback, it's a quarterback coach. For a defensive player, it's a defensive-minded coach. Doesn't even have to be the head coach. It just have to have a good defensive coordinator or position coach.
Dan. I agree.
To bring the best out. Okay? Well,
No. Jay, I agree with you, and I think Stefanski could do it. However, with Deshaun there, right?
Only a name. Only a name. Only a name.
Brother, and all the money they owe him too, and all the money they owe him. So it's not just in name. If he were, because they just re-signed Joe Flacco.
Yep.
Joe Flacco. Listen to what I'm saying. Joe Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback for Cleveland.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to pick Shedeur Sanders at number 2 overall to sit behind Flacco and Watson.
I never mentioned Shedeur for number 2. I mentioned
Travis.
Travis.
I know you said Travis. You said Travis. Mm-hmm. But I don't think Travis is a good fit there. That's the only reason why. Because if you're going to use him on offense, give him a decent quarterback that's going to be there for his career, not somebody that is a stopgap and you got to find someone next year.
You may not even. Let me tell you. Let me expound on this. Okay.
Okay, because you still got pick 3 in your time.
Honestly, let me expound on this. Just because they have Flacco now and they pick Travis Hunter doesn't mean in the second or third round that they don't go after a quarterback.
No, I agree.
And this is an ideal situation for a young quarterback. Kevin Stefanski is a very good quarterback coach.
I'm not denying that. Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Where is New Orleans in this draft?
9th.
With the current situation with Derek Carr, do you think? Well, I don't think they have enough draft capital. That's just me. But they might. Do you think they move up to number 2 to get Shedeur?
I don't think they have to. Well, I mean, if let me put it this way.
Let's see how this plays out. First off, but
let me put it this way. I don't think because of what I'm looking at the team needs of each team in each team that after the Browns it could be the Giants, and after that it's going to fall to the New Orleans Saints because the following players between 4 and 9 are not looking for a quarterback. They have other needs that they need to fill. So if New Orleans, I know that it's a crapshoot because you never know what the teams before them are going to do. But there's 3 teams that are potentially need a quarterback. The Titans, they took their quarterback. The Browns, they may or may not take a quarterback, but it looks like they won't. And the Giants. Now,
the Giants got Russell and Jameis and Cutlets.
I understand that, but there's no guarantee that it gets past the Giants. I think the key here is what the Giants do. Otherwise, all the teams between the Giants and the Saints are not taking a quarterback. And I can't say that.
You're up with the Giants pick. So is the pick in? Because you keep talking like you're trying to convince yourself of something.
Let me put it this way. I'm trying to think of
I agree, Dan.
The best pick for the Giants. You took Abdul Carter for the Cleveland Browns. Am I not right?
Yes.
Well, yes. To me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Is the pick in? Can we have the music? The pick is in.
The pick is in. And it falls in your lap and pair him up with Malik Neighbors. All I need, they got their offense now. They have their offense.
Who are you picking?
Travis Hunter is the 3rd pick for the New York Giants.
All right.
And watch out for NFC East because you're going to have to contend with some ballers in a wide receiver position. Travis Hunter on one side, Malik Neighbors on the other side. Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
All right, that's a good pick there. Now, on the clock happens to be the New England Patriots. So New England needs a couple things. They just got or signed Stephon Diggs. So the receiver position is pretty good, right? They are not confident in Ramondre Stevenson. They're not confident in the other running back. You have a defensive-minded coach. The best defensive player has been taken off the board.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a
The
bad.
pick was in. It came down to two players. Jerry, what are the two? Well, what is a quarterback's best friend that's brand new outside of offensive line, of course?
Tight end.
Tight end. And a strong run game, right?
And a very good left tackle.
And yes. However,
don't do it. Mistake.
With the third overall pick,
the fourth.
New England Patriots.
Fourth overall pick.
Oh, fourth overall pick, I apologize. Fourth overall pick. The New England Patriots select out of Happy Valley.
Who?
Happy Valley. Penn State tight end Tyler Warren.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's a horrible, horrible pick. Anyway,
and that, see, I'm gonna tell you something. Dan's an offensive lineman, and he agrees. Tight end all day.
No, that's horrible. Horrible. I don't agree with that. They need help on the offensive line. They have already had
help on offensive line, but he's going to be catching the ball too.
They have good tight ends right now that they use.
You made a good point. Tight ends. But when you have one that can do both blocking and be a pass catcher,
I don't agree with that. Anyway, that's.
I mean, I think I would have. I know who I think you would have picked, but I'm thinking about the quarterback and his need at the skill positions.
Okay, I mean you fulfill one of those needs, but I don't. I think more of what they need is an offensive lineman to protect their quarterback.
I agree.
They had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, and you have a franchise quarterback that you need to protect. That's going to be the starting quarterback in the if he doesn't get hurt in the preseason. With a not a good offensive lineman, especially tackle.
I mean,
okay. I
agree with your analysis because when Vrabel was in Tennessee, what was his first pick? I think it was Taylor Lewan, left tackle.
Yeah,
I believe it was. But he didn't have the type of tight end talent out there that he does this year. But go ahead.
All right. So we're going to the next pick will be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars, defensive lineman, cornerback, safety, offensive lineman, and wide receiver.
They need a lot.
Okay? And I'm just saying this. Come on.
Is the pick in? Apparently it's not because you keep messing up the sound, bro.
Come on.
Is that a Droid or is that a iPhone?
The pick is in. And he falls right into Jacksonville Jaguars' lap. It's obviously, if you won't take him, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's what I always say. That's been common. And in this draft, when the New England Patriots decide to go to a tight end versus a offensive lineman, in which the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to take? Will Campbell. Will Campbell.
He's not even the best offensive tackle out there.
Will Campbell out of LSU.
Okay, I don't have him as the top tackle, but I mean that's you decide to go there. I don't think he's the best tackle.
Okay.
But that's up to you. All right. Will Campbell comes off the board. First offensive lineman. I think it's going to be a lot of offensive linemen going. Well, somebody likes your pick. An offensive lineman himself, an offensive line coach, says that was a good pick. I didn't say it wasn't a good pick. I just said he wasn't the best offensive tackle on the board. That's all I was saying. All right, who's up next, JT? At number 6.
Well, you don't know who number 6 is? Number 6 is
that's why I had you.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Now, look, ladies and gentlemen.
This should be a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer for me.
It should be a no-brainer, man.
But what I have to do is talk about it.
Go right ahead. And then let me know when the pick is in, because then I'll have something for
you.
Well,
I know you need like 10 minutes to get it ready. So, okay, it's ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
The pick is in. With the 6th overall pick and solidifying. I know, Dan. Solidifying an opportunity for Geno Smith to stay standing upright. They bypass Shedeur Sanders. Heartbreak to my man Dion. Heartbreak to my man Shedeur, because he thought Tommy was going to get him. But with the 6th overall pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select out of University of Missouri.
Oh, no.
Offensive tackle.
Oh, no.
Armand Mimbo.
Who?
Mimbo.
Armand Mimbo?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm not feeling that, man. I don't think.
Why don't you like Mimbo?
Because the number one need, in my opinion, the Raiders need for the type of coach and the type of offense to run the coach wants.
Oh, I know.
He's a running back.
He was gonna get Gentry. He was on my. I was about to. Listen.
Oh my God.
I was about to get Gentry. However, that offensive line is terrible. And Dan, who lives in Vegas, who is an offensive lineman, who coaches offensive line.
He got look at his next comment.
I know what he says. However, I'm gonna tell you what I saw. What happened when they faced Notre Dame? No running room, nowhere. That offensive line, which was used to playing weaker defensive lines, got manhandled. And right now, I will venture to say that the Raiders' offensive line is equivalent to Boise State's offensive line. And when you play Nevada, when you play who else is in the Mountain West or whatever it is, you can dominate. But when you ran up into a Power 5 school that has blue chippers on the defensive side of the ball, what did he do? Nada. I know people are saying Skitterbo is going to go in the third round or whatever, but at least Skitterbo showed he went against a top talented defense. Caught the ball, ran the same defense, I believe. Caught the ball, ran the ball, and looked awesome. Right? And I'm gonna tell you, Arizona State ain't got that good of an offensive line, but it was good enough. So putting Gentry behind the Raiders offensive line without protecting Geno, and getting him. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna use one of your lines, Jerry. How many good running backs are there in this draft? You can get tons of running backs in this draft that are equal to Gentry or slightly below.
That's your choice. I'm gonna tell you. I disagree with it. But I'll say this. I'll say this as a caveat. And
I'm clapping for my own.
And I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but that's okay because I looked at running backs. I don't even think Gianti is the number one running back in this class. To tell you the truth,
so why are you just worried about him?
No, I understand what you're doing, but I don't think he's the number one running back. I told you I don't like running backs under 6 feet. He's 5'9", 5'8". He may be built like a bowling ball, and has I told you about Darius Geis that you loved when he came out. And I said he's a small running back, short running back with a big running back mentality. That's a problem. That's a problem in the pros. In the college, you can get away with it. In the pros, it's a problem. If you're 5'8", 5'9", but you built like a bone, okay. But you got that type of mentality that you're Derek Henry. You ain't Derek Henry, and you will not. You have a low probability of being extremely successful. Okay, like some people are projecting to be. Anyway.
All right. Well, you're on the clock at the 7th pick, and who has the 7th pick?
You know what? I'm going to surprise some people here. I'm going to surprise some people.
Well, is the draft? Is the pick in, and who's on the clock?
Hey, let me tell you something. You have Breece Hall, who you got a new coach that, and if you've been reading the tea leaves or you've been listening to rumors, there may be a possibility that Breece Hall may be on a trading block. Yes.
Aaron is trying to trade Breece. I can see that.
He may be on the trading block.
Aaron Glenn, I can see that.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the New York Jets, and this guy just falls right in their lap, and it could be a two-pronged attack. Ashton Gianti to the New York Jets.
Ashton Gianti. I don't think that's going to happen. But if I don't know what's going over there in Jersey. You know because you're in Jersey. If Aaron Glenn is talking about, parting ways with Breece Hall, I can understand. Breece Hall came into the league with some injury issues last year. He had some nicks and all that, but he wasn't as productive. I don't think it was his fault mainly, but I can see that. All right. With the 8th pick, who's on the clock?
You are on the clock. You got the even. You're on the clock.
I know. Who is it? I'm asking who it is.
Oh, it's hold on. Let me just get there. Carolina Panthers.
Ooh. The Carolina Panthers are on the clock.
Yes, they are.
They have a quarterback whisperer as a head coach. Young, even though he's short, sparked some life last year. It was interesting because Adam Thielen became more of a threat, the sage one. The players became more effective. That big running back that just couldn't stay healthy tore his other ACL,
Well,
and they still won.
they had the worst defense, or one of the worst
No,
defense.
I know. I'm getting there.
Okay, just let me
That's
know.
why I said at the end of the year they came on and started winning.
Just let me know when the pick is.
And the pick is in. With the 8th overall pick in this year's NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select out of the University of Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham. The New Orleans Saints are on the clock. The pick is in already.
Pick is in already. You're damn right it's in. with the 9th pick, this is easy. This is easy. It falls right into their lap. I can't believe this. Ideal situation. Quarterback coach, a very offensive-minded coach that can teach a quarterback his flaws and get the flaws out of him, be a more effective quarterback, playing in the NFC South and against in the dome. Two teams, Atlanta Falcons and the Saints, are in the dome, and with the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for the most part, with friendly weather. Without a doubt, from the University of Colorado, quarterback Shedeur Sanders goes to the New Orleans Saints.
We get a little love on that one. Get a little love. All right. At number 10. Who I got at number 10? You got to let me know who's up next. At number 10.
Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. Perfect timing. I don't even need to wait. The pick is in.
Oh, hold on. I got to get it. Get it.
See, I knew it. The pick is in. With the 10th overall pick, the Chicago Bears feels a major need, a major need. There was talks, or there have been talks that they wanted to get Ashton Genty. He's gone now. Mr. Taylor made sure of that. But the best position they could get is on the offensive line.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they go defense.
Oh.
With the 10th overall pick, the Chicago Bears select from the University of Georgia edge rusher, Jalen Walker.
Okay. All right. Wait, I can't hate on that. Can't hate on that.
They should get offensive tackle, but I think they're going to go defense.
Okay. Next pick is the San Francisco 49ers. And
pick number 11.
Yep. And I'm not fooling around. This guy is from the great state of Alabama. And it's a need that the 49ers need. Defensive lineman, edge, offensive lineman, running back, or a cornerback. We're going on the defensive side of the ball for the 49ers. And we're going to take, where are we at here? Jahad Campbell, linebacker from the
Alabama. Okay, all right. I think Jahad is okay. Well, it's your pick because he can go stand up or fingers in the dirt. So I think that's a good one. I'm not sure if this is comments for you or it's for me. But Dan says good addition. I'm quite sure he's talking about me. I'm quite sure. But he says, oh, see, he gave you the
All right.
Dan gave you the
Okay, no problem.
Who's at pick number 13?
It can go either way.
I mean, who's that pick? What I got? 12? What number I got?
You got one of your favorite teams,
Then I know it's my team I like.
Dallas Cowboys.
All right. See his problem.
And let me just
I
say.
already know who I'm gonna pick for the Cowboys.
Okay, the pick is in. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, but I want you to wait.
Okay.
I want you to wait.
No problem.
Dan says it's a good pick. Will be interesting how he's used. That's what I was saying. Kid out of Alabama, he can put his finger in his dirt and he can rush. But the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of needs. A lot.
Wide receiver, running back, cornerback, linebacker, and defensive lineman.
A lot of needs.
Yep.
But the one thing that has been the predominant, and this is the first time it's going to happen in quite some time, but the one thing that has been the predominant issue for the Dallas Cowboys has always been, or since, has been running back position. And I've become sold on one player that I know the Pittsburgh Steelers want, but I don't think they're going to get him. The pick is in.
Okay, hold on.
Was this the 14th pick? What pick is this?
12th. Come on, man.
Pick.
Keep up.
What? You're supposed to tell me. All right. With the 12th pick, this young man earned him some movement in the draft and comes from the University of North Carolina. Running back, Omarion Hampton.
Okay. No problem. I wouldn't go in there, but that's okay. That's all right. Next pick.
I know you were going there because it wasn't your pick, but go ahead.
Next is the Miami Dolphins at number 13.
Ooh.
And I need you to get ready because the Colts are the 14th pick.
Okay.
Miami needs an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, safety, cornerback, and a tight end, even though they have one of the better tight ends of last year. Anyway, with that being said, the Miami Dolphins select Kelvin Banks, offensive lineman out of Texas.
That was a good pick. That's what I was about to put on the daggone Colts. I was literally about to put them on the Colts because the Colts got rid of all their offensive linemen. You good pick. And Dan is a Dolphin fan. All right. Well, I guess I got to go to my backup plan now. All right. The pick is in.
The pick, he says, is in.
With Mr. Banks going ahead, just ahead of the Indianapolis Colts, the Colts go to the defensive side of the ball. And with that, they realize they're going to need to have a better secondary. So with the 14th pick, Indianapolis Colts select out of University of Texas, Jahdae Barron.
Wow. Really?
Yep. I was going to go offensive line, but
I would have gone offensive line if I was you, but that's okay.
I was, but you took the person I was going to take. My backup was Mr. Barron.
All right.
Or another player, but I chose Barron first.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get there. Let me get there.
Yes, Barron is solid.
All right. The Atlanta Falcons have the 15th pick.
Oh, if you don't pick this player, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Their biggest need is edge, defensive lineman, quarterback, offensive lineman, and safety. So with the 15th pick, let me just see what I have here.
Is the pick in, or are you still deliberating?
The pick is not in yet. Okay.
Well, hold up. Who's next? I mean, can we switch picks then? I pick the Falcons and you pick whoever. Who's after the Falcons?
Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, I got to pick for both of them.
No. We can't go that way.
Well, that's what I was asking. Do you want to switch or
You
I
know
can
what?
pick them both?
You know what? Is the pick in for both of them?
I got to pick in for both of them.
Okay. With the 15th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select.
Are you giving it to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, you said it. Edge rusher out of Georgia, Mikael Williams.
Who?
Mikael Williams, edge rusher, Georgia.
Mikael Williams.
Mykel Williams, Georgia, edge rusher.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't foresee him going that high, but okay. Okay.
He's pretty damn good, actually, but it is what it is.
Okay. Oh, now you have the 16th pick.
Yes. With the 16th pick, Arizona got Marvin Harrison Jr. last year. They signed Josh Sweat in the offseason. This is a make or break year for my guy. Number 1, Mighty Mouse. They just gave Trey McBride the biggest contract in tight end history. Well, they also go out and get the best receiver in college football this past year. Out of Arizona, another tall dude stays home. Tataria McMillan.
Okay. And that is the 17th pick is okay.
You get 2, then then we'll be back on track.
No,
Well, no.
No. Just I'll get this one, and then you get the next one, which is
Okay.
the Seahawks with the 18. So the who's next? The Seattle Seahawks. No, the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's my thought, Dan.
Okay. Need an edge rusher, safety, linebacker, offensive lineman, and cornerback. And with their 17th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Donovan Ezuku, an edge rusher out of Boston College.
Okay. I would have went somewhere else. That's just me. But I can see why you would pick him because old boy is trying to get out of there.
Yep.
He's trying to get out of there.
Yep.
And it's easy to replace him when you got a lot of good talent at the position in the draft. Costs less money. So yeah, that's good. I had the Seahawks.
The biggest needs are offensive lineman, wide receiver, cornerback, safety, and the defensive lineman. And
Yes.
you tell me if the pick is in.
Well, Sam Darnold's there. That offensive line is some garbage. Pure garbage. But the pick is in. Was this 18th or 19th?
18th. You're even. You're even.
That's right. With the 18th overall pick, to protect Sam Darnold so he doesn't see ghosts again. And this is a solid pick, by the way. He might be going a little higher than needed, but there's a run on offensive tackles. Out of Ohio State, I've got Josh Simmons.
Oh, my God. Really?
Offensive tackle, yes.
Who is that now?
Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
Really? Oh, Josh Simmons. Okay. Simmons. Okay. Uh, with the 19th pick, if I'm not mistaken here,
Yep.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the need that they have, which is linebacker, cornerback, edge rusher, safety, and offensive lineman, they go to the safety and select out of Georgia again,
Georgia.
Malaki Starks.
He's not even the best safety. Okay. I like him, but he's not even the best safety.
Okay, so
All right. Okay.
Sim-
Okay.
Simmons is not the best offensive lineman, but
He
that's
was the
okay.
best. He was the best one left.
In your opinion. But
That's in my opinion.
okay,
All right, who's up? Who's up?
you have the 20th pick, the Denver Broncos. Denver
Ooh.
Broncos, and I tell you, the Denver Broncos need running back, wide receiver, cornerback, tight end, and defensive lineman.
I already know what I'm about to do. The pick is in.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm doing.
You're my sound man and everything. They just traded away Mr. Williams to the Dallas Cowboys. To make up for that loss and to help Mr. Nixon, and this kid is a good kid. I said it earlier. This has not happened in a while. But the Denver Broncos select running back out of Ohio State, Travion Henderson.
Oh man! Wow.
But you don't like that?
No, not at all. To me, he's not. To me, he's not even the best back. But that's okay. Out at Ohio State, that's okay. So you pick him, no problem. That's
This
your
dude.
pick. That's
This
your
dude. Go ahead.
pick. So it's 21 to me, huh? 21 is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Mario Hampton and Shador are gone.
As well as Henderson.
Yes,
And Gentry.
and the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for a quarterback, running back, and defensive lineman, wide receiver, and an offensive lineman. And what do the Pittsburgh Steelers do now?
Is the pick in?
No, the pick is not in because they have to back up or regroup. You know what? I'm going to go this route, and you may not like it, but he's out of North Dakota State, and they do need help on the offensive line. And I think this kid can fill the void. Gray Zabel, offensive lineman out of North Dakota State.
You know what? I've heard great things about him. I think that's a solid pick. He's one of those guys that can move around. I like that pick. All right, at number 22, who is on the clock?
LA Chargers. The LA Chargers are looking for a quarterback, running back, defensive lineman, wide receiver, or offensive lineman.
Well, Lad McConkey's there, and nobody else to receive the ball. They did grab last year the best offensive lineman in the draft. Harbaugh loves. Hey, thanks, Dan. Love you, brother. Harbaugh loves to run the ball. That's why I went out and got Najee. But he also loves to have a player that can catch the ball and progress down the field. He has a big arm quarterback who needs help. And this player fell precipitously like rain. Like I did that. And it's a former player from the University of Michigan.
Okay.
The pick is in.
Hold on.
My sound guy is terrible.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, he is. It tight end. The Chargers select Colston Loveland.
You know what?
Colston Loveland. Again, a former player of Harbaugh joins the fold, falls right into his lap.
Yep. And guess who fell into my lap in the Green Bay Packers, which is the 23rd pick. And the pick is in. They can't get to the board quick enough. Okay. The Packers need a true wide receiver one. And with this player off the board, meaning McMillan off the board, this player seemed like the best option with that potential. He was a standout at the combine and could be a standout among the young receiver group in Green Bay. We're talking about none other than a former teammate of Xavier out of Texas.
Oh, that's a good player.
Matthew Golden.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I like that. Matthew Golden. He's a jet guy. He's a jet guy with good hands. He does need to develop other routes, though. I will say that, but he is a very good jet guy. Contested balls as well. All right, who's up next on the clock?
At number 24, the Minnesota Vikings pick is, and they need, the Minnesota Vikings claim they need cornerback, offensive lineman, safety, linebacker, and defensive lineman.
So the pick is in.
Oh, here we go.
With the 24th, 26th?
24th pick.
24th pick. Even though you got a quarterback coach and you have a possibly either Aaron Rodgers or JJ starting, the Minnesota Vikings go defense because this player is left on the board, and it's wild that he is.
Okay.
Big guy, another Michigan product at cornerback, Will Johnson.
Okay. Johnson. Okay. All right. So we go to the 25th pick, which happens to be it's ironic that I'm picking for two of my former teams, the Jets, and the 25th pick is for the Houston Texans. And this guy, I don't know, I guess he fell in the draft for whatever reason, but he was a big-time player for a championship college team, okay? The Texans are in need of an offensive lineman, wide receiver, defensive lineman, cornerback,
A lot.
and a safety. And with the 25th pick, the Houston Texans select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver out of Ohio State.
I like Ibuka. I think he's going a little too high because he has hamstring issues. But that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
26 is the Rams.
Oh, the Rams.
And the Rams' needs are
Well, let me go over what they added before we go over their needs. They added Devontae Adams to go with Puka Nacua while letting my guy go, Cooper Kupp. It's okay.
you want me to put the Rams' needs out there?
Yeah. But I was going to set the tone for what they have on offense.
Linebacker, cornerback, offensive lineman, tight end, and last, wide receiver.
Okay.
Is the pick in or not?
Calm yourself down, brother. You know what I'm
You always chastising me because I'm trying to get ahead of the game, brother. Come on.
Well, the pick is in. Now, this guy shouldn't have fell, but he did fall. And it's going to address their need. A big, strong cornerback that didn't play on the best program, but is one of the better cornerbacks in this year's draft. Out of the University of Kentucky, Maxwell Harrison.
What the heck? Man, you picking some guys down way down.
No. I got my list the way I like it.
Maxwell Harrington?
Yes.
Okay.
University of Kentucky.
All right. 27 happens to be the Baltimore Ravens. And Baltimore Ravens needs are, let me see what they have here. Offensive lineman, cornerback, safety, defensive lineman, and edge. Known for their defense. Let's go and see what the Baltimore Ravens are going to need. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to have to go this way. We're going on the defensive side of the ball because Baltimore loves to play defense, and I think that's what they really need.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out of the University of Texas A&M with an edge rusher, Shamar Stewart.
That was a good one. I think he's just one level below the next best player. And he's fallen, in my opinion, because his school didn't do so well. And there's some questions about the player taking some time off. But time off during the games, that is. But he's a great talent. I'm referring to the player that you didn't pick, but you got a good player. And with the 28th pick,
Detroit Lions.
Say again?
Detroit Lions.
Woo! Detroit gets this player because you didn't get him. And guess who is his coach? He likes to rip off kneecaps, and he's going to make sure you don't take no plays off. So falling directly into the lap of, there you go, thank you very much. He's just going to take a trip a little north from the University of Tennessee. James Pierce Jr., edge rusher.
Okay.
That was a perfect fall and a perfect fit.
And I have the Washington Commanders.
I know you do, and that upsets me, but it's okay.
Okay. And the Washington Commanders need an edge, cornerback, wide receiver, safety, and offensive lineman needs.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the 29th pick, this is going to be tough. Where am I going to pick this guy at? I got him, took him. With the 29th pick, I'm going to the University of Texas again. Kelvin Banks.
You already put Kelvin Banks on a different team, dude.
Okay. That's why I'm trying to. Okay. Let me go this way. How about the University of Missouri, Armand Membu?
I put Membu on a different team, dude.
You did.
Hold on, let me verify. Banks, Pierce, McMillan, Sanders, Johnson, Barron, Love, Williams. Yes, I put Membu on a team earlier.
What about Will Campbell?
You put Will Campbell as the first offensive tackle taken.
Oh boy, really?
Are you marking off players?
Okay. We're way down, man. That's why I'm scrambling now right now.
Well, I got my list. I came prepared.
Okay. So let me go this route. I'm gonna go this route.
Do you want me to make the pick, or are you okay?
Let me go this route. I'm going with the Washington Commanders
Yes.
cornerback. We're going to go with out of East Carolina, Siobhan Revell.
No. Okay. I don't even have him listed. In my top 60 players, man. But I'm going to tell you who they would pick in this position. If all is fair in love and war, they're either going to go safety Nick Imanwari or cornerback Florida State Azari Thomas. That's who they would get.
Okay.
If, all because the guy you just picked is like what freaking Ron Rivera did. He picked old kid out of Mississippi State over Christian. And I was like,
okay,
that's dumb. But anyway, that was back then. All right, who's up at number 30? I believe it's the Chiefs.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo has a lot of needs. Name them off. I know who I want to pick, but I want to make sure it's a need for them.
Cornerback, defensive lineman, wide receiver, edge, or safety.
Okay. There was a blitz on edge rushers. There's a blitz on corners now. But as I said, a corner is available. I honestly think they want to get edge rusher because they just cut Von Miller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They cut him like a week or so ago. Matt Milano, he's a middle linebacker, but he's getting up there in injuries and age. But also, your wife says something? Okay. I'm gonna go here.
My wife could read my mind.
Hopefully she ain't thinking like you, because that would scare me. That would scare me. All right. The pick is in.
Hold on. It took so long.
You know what? With the 30th overall pick, the Buffalo Bills select out of Marshall University edge rusher Mike Green.
Mike Green, really?
Yep. They got to get a pass rush.
Okay.
Got to get a pass rush.
Okay. With that being said, the pick is in for the Kansas City Chiefs, who need a defensive lineman, offensive lineman, edge, safety, and a wide receiver.
Need a lot.
And with the 31st pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Kenneth Grant out of Michigan.
Defensive tackle. All right. Put him alongside Chris Jones.
Yep.
Okay. It's not a bad pick. And it's Philly last, right?
You got the better last pick. Let me see what the world champs need.
So I'm going to tell you what they're going to get. They just let C.J. Gardner go. They have a few needs, not many, but they're aging an offensive line. They let Darius Slay go because Cooper DeJean and Mitchell are bosses. As rookies, they were bosses. But you need somebody back there to control everybody. So they're going to go out there and get another rookie. A guy that should have been picked a little earlier, but there wasn't a real need for him until now. The pick is in. Out of the University of South Carolina, the Philadelphia Eagles select safety Nick Emenwari.
Really? Okay.
Yes, they need a safety.
Okay.
Didn't you just say they need a safety?
Okay. Yes.
All right. He's the best safety available. And I think it was like the second safety taken. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, JT and I have just completed the first round of the NFL draft to our best ability. There are some surprises. There are some, I think, no brainer situations. Are we 100%? No, but we'll find out in 12 days. We'll do this again next week. I'll be odd. JT will be even. And we'll see how it changes. How's that sound, old man?
Sounds good to me. I'm down for whatever. Down for whatever, man.
All right. Okay.
It's getting close to my time of year. The draft is going to be over in a few weeks. I'm going to do my first mock draft and assessment of the draft, and that's who I think is going to be fantasy relevant. That's for no reason. The Sunday after the draft. The draft starts the 24th, 25th, 24th, 25th, and the 26th. On the 27th of April is when, in my opinion, the real fantasy season starts, and that's how I'm going to start off with For No Reason. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday morning on Facebook, YouTube, and X, I guess. That's how we roll. Get ready for some very insightful information from here until the fantasy football draft. It's going to be a lot of surprises and a lot of controversy between me and him. That's okay. That happens.
What's happening to me? I didn't do anything.
I'm just saying it's going to be controversy. We don't agree on everything, and that's just now normal. That's just normal. We just don't agree on everything, which is fine.
I got something for your funny ass. Anyway. All right. Because you went ahead and did the promo. I was going to let you do it, but you took advantage of my kindness.
You really got to get rid of that military talk.
I've been trying.
God.
It ain't working.
Hostility comes out, man. It took me a while to get rid of it. But that's okay. I understand. It'll go away sooner or later, and I'll let you know when it's gone. Just like I'd let you know it's still there. Yeah, okay, no problem. See,
I got to clean my nose, dog.
That's your military coming out. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna deny it. It is. But anyway, with that being said, I'm glad you're feeling better, doing better. Folks in TSA asked about you. So I wanted to let them know you're all right. But anyway, until somebody gives me my feedback on my memoir, they're not my friend.
Man, I'm telling you, it started and I read I guess it's
the prologue.
Yeah, I read that, and
the prologue's like one page.
I know that, and I haven't gotten back. You have no idea what's happening here. I just have to sit down and take the time with someone.
Or here's what you can do: get the app Speechify, load the document to Speechify, and it will read it to you.
Yeah, but doesn't Speechify cost?
Not if you just use the robotic sound. And like I got President Obama's voice, so I paid for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the regular voice, you got a female or male, and it sounds like a person saying this. Got it. But when you pay for it, you can get somebody to sound like President Obama that will do his same speech.
Okay.
Or I mean, there are plenty of apps that are free that are audiobook readers. All you do is just upload the document to it, and it reads it to you.
I hold on. I'm looking at it right now. Apps. Come on, Jerry. Apps.
Yeah, something wrong with you today, bro. You and that phone ain't been friends. I wonder why. Oh, I need some help on some horses.
What? What kind of help you need?
look how you got. I need you to send me some that's going to be participating soon. I need you to send me some names to do a trifecta and to do some wonderful things on.
It was in the Kentucky Derby or something? I don't understand.
When we get off this air, don't leave. I got some stuff I got to tell you. I got some major stuff I got to tell you.
Okay. I'm not the one that jumps off real quick.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Every time, as soon as I hit end stream to let my thing go, it goes, and then Jerry just leaves. I'm like, okay, bet. That's why Jerry ain't a co-host. That's why Jerry ain't my friend. But I had a Freudian slip today.
Okay.
But anyway.
All right.
See, there you go.
Peace.
There you go.
That's peace.
Yeah, I'm about to give you a piece, all right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for tuning in. For those that are, watching this on a different site, I might be going strictly to Twitch because Twitch is free. And it gives me a whole new studio to do a whole bunch of different things. Although I just re-upped with StreamYard. But I'm going to try out Twitch on my new system that I have. Just to see, because you can do it both ways. You can do it all. I can send it out to YouTube. I can also request donations directly through that app. So we'll see what happens. But you said what you had to say about For No Reason. Next week, it'll be the mock draft 2.0. We're going to start a little later, maybe 2:30. I mean, not 2:30. For me, 10:30. For those on the East Coast, 1:30. But with that being said, you got anything else you want to say before I let everybody go?
Have a safe week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. See ya.
Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Get ready to rumble!
You wanna talk smack? You in the right place. So take a step back before I get all up in your
Remember,
face.
because I don't remember. I remember every bit of this.
You're the dudes holding on the phone line. Your voice will be heard, sir.
Next caller, please.
Jerry's going to get him.
Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Listeners are asking questions about this week's games, not Jerry's personal beef. So what's your thought?